Let's wait for you all to turn up. There's my notification that I've gone live. I'll keep my chat there where I can see it. There we go. Because once we've started, I won't be able to see that. Today we are drinking forest fruits. It is one of my favourites right now. I am going through boxes of the stuff. Yeah, you smell too. It's fine. Really sad because you're going to have to leave me for a bit. As we can see, Gothrog Dog is in his usual helpful position. And today we are going to do something that I have never done on stream before and have only done maybe once or twice before in my life. And that is, we are going to play with my tablet. Now this is the Huion 1060p Inspirite. So it doesn't have a built-in monitor, you have to use it with your computer. Obviously I am new to all this tech stuff. I don't actually really know what I'm doing. So it should be interesting. Technically I am tracing the outline of a piece today to change it. I found something that I like. Screw you. I found something that I liked online but don't like the florals in the background, and I really like the idea, and I just wanted to try having a go at doing it digitally rather than getting all the pens and everything else out. So that's the plan for this stream, and then we should be streaming tonight as well, depending on how long we're on this stream for, and that'll be uni stuff. But to be honest with you, Angel Spirit Wind, one of my usual followers, has finally sent me some snow, so I have not been into uni today. Which is interesting, so I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Actually I do. I'm going to talk about like delays and project proposals and things. Obviously this evening stream will be all about uni stuff. So this stream is just us having a play with technology. Yeah, otherwise I would be in uni right now. And I discovered the other day I was gonna actually run some Twitch streams from the uni computers, and I can't because apparently the uni computers have banned Twitch on the network due to it apparently being purely for gaming. So that's fun. So it does mean that when I do take you all in to see the build stuff, it's going to have to be on my phone, which means I'm going to have to buy some kind of tripod. Yay! So, but I set up this beautiful corner earlier, right, with my cushions and everything, and the guys all ready to go, so that I could sit back here and talk to you all. But the cable on the tablet isn't very long. So I can't actually sit comfortably, I have to sit here. So, like, it's still lovely, you can still see the kids, and you still see, like, everybody that's going on. But, so I have set up let's see if this works. So hopefully if I change to this, and then bring up this, hopefully what you can now see is my screen. Now I can't see if you can see this, so Kate, can you see this? Because like I've had to do it so that I can't see what's going on, otherwise you'll get some kind of perpetual me going on forever. Nobody needs that. By weird, do you mean there's lots of little squares all over this image just here? Because, do you? You shouldn't have me at all now. I should not be on your screen. Oh. Let me just... Yeah, the stream's having a moment. Right. Okay, so... Yeah, it should have changed from that and it didn't. Okay. Let's give this a go again. So if I bear with me whilst I make this screen much smaller. And then if I just bear with me whilst I get this set up in such a way where I can click on buttons and not have... Alright, so hopefully if I now do this and then this, has that worked? No, that's not worked. Why has that not worked? That's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't be doing that. Bear with me 1 second whilst I... Aha! Wait, hang on. No, that should be off. It should be off. I don't understand. It's broken. This worked last time, right? I don't know why it's not working. Well, that makes this a much harder stream to do. Alright, so now if I do this, has that worked? Like, oh my god. No! What on earth? Ugh, it shouldn't be doing that. It's not even what I see on my screen. There we go, right. Bear with me 1 second, right. So if I do that again, and then if I go here. No, it's broken. Why is it broken? Alright. Let's turn that off. And then let's turn, please bear with me. Try that. Did that work? Nope. That, I don't know. I should rename this stream, right? And we'll rename this stream Tech Noob Can't Figure Out how to make things work. Oh my goodness! What is going on? I don't know how to make it work. This worked fine last time. I don't know what to do. That was the whole point of this. The whole point of this stream, right? The whole point of this stream was so you all could watch me fail at Photoshop. That was the point of this stream, okay? So to not be able to fail at Photoshop because of whatever it's doing, I don't know what it's doing, that's the thing. Right, let me try. Oh, Kaylee, you should have a moderator button to be able to get rid of that guy. You can now order a doodle. I haven't made one yet. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to close this window for a second. Right, now I'm going to edit this freaking thing just here. I want to show that. Alright, then I'm going to show that. Then I'm going to just show everything. Just show it all. Just show everything. Nope, I don't want that. And then I don't even know. I don't know. I can't make it work. I don't know how to make it work. You're over 1,000 points. I've got pens and paper. Oh, have I got paper? I have got them. I have got them. But if you could just hold off whilst I deal with my technological, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I do you a doodle on there if I can make it work. Ow. Do you get moderator tools on your phone for when we get spam bots like that? Because that was a spam bot. There's no point like talking to it. It's not a real thing. But you should be able to like kick them out of the stream and stuff. Oh, why is my phone making noises? Who else just went live? Oh, okay. Yay! See? You're a good moderator. Good moderator. You're also currently my only viewer. Main viewer. It won't tell me if people come in and out. Right, I think I might have to figure out what's going on. I don't know how to fix it. It's an issue. What am I doing? Right, let's go back onto this one. I know there's nothing there. I'm aware. So, there you go. There's my face. That's the beautiful wallpaper. Do you like it? It's beautiful. Okay, so where is the screen share? With the source? Ah, right. Okay. I think I figured it. I forgot to change the source. Okay. So now you should have on your screen my Photoshop. And if I do some twiddling, you should be able to see it. So, bring up my Photoshop so I can see what I'm doing. And if I draw a line just here for reasons, there we go, there's a line. Can you see? Yes, look at that. That is beautiful. Okay. Lessons were learned. We now know that we have to do. Good. Right. Okay. So, as you can see on your screen right now, there's a brain full of flowers. It only took a little bit of figuring out, right? I haven't got the glove with me, so I'm going to have to use my sleeve and hope it works. So, I like the brain full of flowers, alright? I do. So, we're going to get the outline in place, because it's a good brain. I'd like to tell you who drew this brain, but I don't actually know who drew this brain, because there was no artist on the image that I took it from. I think it was probably a Redbubble one, so I can find out the artist at some point. Jake, stop scratching. One of the cool things about this that I've discovered is if I do a really light line, I get a really light line. If I do a really heavy line, I get a really heavy line. How's that? How cool is that? These are just the little things that I'm learning as we go along here. Like, because the tablet has like a million trillion, or at least 800 levels of sensitivity, I know that if I need to do a thicker line, like here there's a thicker line, so I can like do the thicker line there and just kind of fill in my gaps, and then I could do like really thin line just here like that. And then when I hide the back layer, we'll be able to see the brain outline, and I'll be able to put my own florals in it, which is the plan, because I'm not interested in stealing somebody else's florals, just the brain. And it's not stealing anyway. I'm not going to be selling this. But also it means that I can set up another layer now, and when somebody like my sister is a knob and decides to order doodles, I have a whole other layer which I can do that with. And that's kind of the point, is that we are learning how to do things. Because honestly, you see all these here, these million things down the side, I don't know what they do. I haven't got a clue. What I could do, if I give it a, just do that for a second, is see if I can give you my beautiful face somewhere. No, I don't think I can. It's, yeah, because it's behind. Can I put it forward, or? No, I don't think I can. Well, it's there, you just can't see it. If I, see, I don't want to. No, okay. Well, it's there, you just can't see it. There we go, it's fine. So, unfortunately for now, you don't get to see my beautiful face. But I can see chat on my phone. It's one of those useful things, is doing the management on my phone whilst I'm on here. So I can kind of see what's going on. Kaylee hasn't said anything, and she's the only person here, so that's cool. She's probably doing work or getting ready to leave to go and get her beautiful children from school. And I use the words beautiful in the loosest sense of the term. I love them they are beautiful children. They're just annoying, beautiful children. They are, you see, annoying, beautiful children. Yeah. Like all children, really. All children are both annoying and beautiful. It's fine. We love them anyway. I always hope that one day my children will like come in here. I can't see it happening, but I can dream. They are beautiful knobheads, like you, actually, but more smelly. You're a smelly knobhead. It's odd, right? Because you'd think that tracing would be easy, but on this thing it's not. But I am considering spending some of my student loan on a graphics tablet with a built-in monitor. It's one of the options that I am currently considering. But then, having said that, right, I was looking at off-road rollators or walkers to you and I last night, and there's one, and I've kind of fallen in love with it a little bit, which is bad. Don't get me wrong, I love my rollator. It was fairly cheap at 150 quid, and it's got a nice seat, and it's got suspension, and one of the brakes is not working. Like, you know, it's been through the wars since I bought it last year. The one I'm looking at has a carbon fibre frame with pneumatic tyres for off-road use as well as on-road, which means I'd be able to like go and start walking around woods and stuff again and going off-road. Be amazing. Be amazing. Alright, have fun getting your child. Are the other two walking home in this? Because that's hilarious. It's only a bit of snow. A little bit of snow. And you can see from this I'm not taking all of the lines because I do want to make sure I've got the space to get my flowers in. I'm thinking like one of my peonies that I used to paint all the time. That's the general idea. So we, like I say, we're just getting the outline of the brain, and then I can get rid of that back layer and start doing some of my own work on there. Let's say I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. This bit shouldn't be too bad because it's just a case of figuring out the brushes. Because obviously I don't know what everything does. It took me long enough to figure out how to make the brush smaller. Like, this 100 pixel brush, and I'm like, that's quite large. I've kind of had to go down to this. This is a 5 pixel. But obviously with points of pressure I can take it up to 10 and down to kind of 1 if I'm careful, like I wasn't just there. I'm gonna undo that. There we go. Undo. It's the erase of the digital world, isn't it, really? Ooh, that's my finger. I'm using my sleeve as a glove right now because I cannot for the life of me remember where I put. I have a vague idea, but mostly for the life of me cannot remember whereabouts in my house I have put my glove for working on this. And the thing is, the way I'm not 100% sure the way this works, but I assume it's the same way that touch screens work. So obviously if my fingers touch it, they do the same job as the digital pen. And we kind of don't want that. I'm pretty sure one of the buttons on the digital pen is undo. But I don't know which one, and I've never really set it up. So I'm not going to find out today. That's another day. We'll have a how to make my digital tablet do things day. But today we're having a I honestly don't know what I'm doing Photoshop day. And the main reason for doing this, more than anything else, right, is that I have not been making art. A lot of you know that. A lot of you know that I've had quite bad art block. I haven't had like the paints out since before Christmas. I started making my sister the book that she wanted for Christmas, but they're never actually finished because I just can't, my brain just isn't happy with me doing things right now. I'm just going to get a couple of these little lines in so I have an idea of where they are. But like I say, it's more a case of finding out how this all works. I saw something that I thought might be nice to kind of do my own version of. And it kind of goes with the one, I don't know if you've noticed in the background of my streams that I've been doing upstairs, but on my bedroom wall there's a piece I did a little while ago that says allow yourself to think freely. And I think this one said it's okay to think differently or something like that. But my allow yourself to think freely, it's not just to do with art. Like, obviously because I am neurodivergent, and that whole kind of the way I think. For example, here's a good example. I got a good text message from Teams the other day on my phone asking if I could get in touch with a member of staff at college because of something. And obviously I'm me, so the first thing I have gone to is I have done something wrong. Obviously earlier last year I had an issue. My social filter isn't great. I tend to say things when I shouldn't, you know, and I'm very blunt and a little bit overly honest, right? So I've kind of gone, I've done something wrong, right? So I've gone into full panic mode, as you do when you think you've done something wrong. And like I'm there going, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember as far back as you're asking me to remember. They don't really know what you want from me. And they're like, oh, we want a record of this conversation you had with this member of staff at this time. Great, that's nice for you. I don't remember, and I don't know what it is you're talking about because I don't remember. I had this whole back and forth about how, no really, I don't remember. I have memory issues, I don't remember. And they're like, oh, we just want this. And I left it at, they asked me for dates. And this is after I've explained several times that I don't remember and I don't know what they're talking about, right? And then it's like, it turns out I'm not actually in trouble. Like, I have done nothing wrong. It's something else entirely. But because of how my brain thinks, I just automatically went to, I've done something. I literally even said to them, look, whatever it is, I admit responsibility. Just put a mark on my file and we'll take it from there. You know, it was just one of those things. It was just, oh, where are my layers on this? There they are. So let me just take that away for a second. A little bit more in that area. Okay. But yeah, and it was just one of those moments where I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. I don't remember, and I've gone into full-on panic mode because, you know, another mark on my file, and is it one of those where it's 3 strikes and you're out? And, you know, I kind of have been trying my hardest at college just recently in uni so that, like, I don't offend people. I've gone into full-on toxic positivity mode, you know. How is everybody doing? How is everybody learning? How is everybody, you know, just that whole kind of like, tell me your problems, I shall be your father right now. And offering my services out for proofreading and getting people's marks up and stuff like that. So I honestly just assumed I'd done something wrong. And I'm just there going, yeah, no, whatever it is, I did it. Whatever it is, I did it. Give me the bad marks. It's fine. I don't mind. I did it. It's just like, turns out I didn't do it. Like, oh, I did not do that. Oh, okay. Sorry. Not sorry. Totally, apparently not actually sorry at all. Alright. Let's just drop that back layer again. Just add a little bit more line there because I can't quite see it, and I just want to make sure that I either incorporate it or kind of go over it, to be quite honest. There we go. Just get a little bit more darkness in some of these light lines so I can see them properly. Like I say, I'm not overly bothered how many of these lines get included in the final piece. It's just a guide. It's just I wanted the guide more than anything. Been a long time since I've looked at a brain. I looked at brains in my last degree. Brains are interesting. I like brains. Brains and hearts. I might do heart next. And viruses. I love viruses, but that's still a topic of contention. So, you know. But I studied viruses, and I really wanted to bring out a range of fabric and some images and stuff of viruses because I think they're actually beautiful under microscopes and things like that. But then, whilst I was making all these beautiful art plans, what happened? Corona happened. So now we don't discuss viruses apparently, even though it's very much still there and very much still a problem. What do we think? I think that's fairly brain-like. Okay. What I do want to do is that actually an eraser? Yeah, it is. Let's get rid of these practice lines just here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't know what I want to do, is get rid of this back layer. Ta-da! We got rid of the back layer. Okay, and then we're going to change the colour to black. We're going to go back to that one. Okay, we got this nice. Which pen are we using? I think. Have a look through these. Oh no, not like that. I won't. I don't know. Yes, because the angle makes so much difference. Should we go with a 75% roundness? Oh, look at that, an oval brush. Yeah, let's go with the oval brush. I'm going to make it a little bit softer. Okay, and I don't know what spacing does. What does spacing do? Oh, it turns it into lines. Yeah, let's have no spacing. Dual brush? That sounds like a terrible idea. What's color dynamics? Don't know. What's transfer? Don't know. There's a lot of things on it. What wet edges? Let's go with wet edges. I don't know. Build up? Maybe. So if I do build up, if I like do a light line and then do a, does it build up? I don't know. It doesn't seem to. I don't really know what I'm doing. If anybody out there knows what they're doing, please let me know. Because I don't. Right, I might try to get rid of the build-up one. Do I still have the... no. Right, okay. So is it the wet edges one? Ah, it's wet edges. Right, okay. Okay, so what does this one do? Not a whole lot. What about this one? Nope. And this one. Oh, it's not a dual brush, is it? Color dynamics? I don't think that will do anything. No. Transfer. No. Okay. Brush pose. What on earth is a brush pose? No. Okay, it does nothing. Noise? Noise. Let's have some noise. Should we have some noise? You should untick shape dynamics. Oh. Okay. Wet edges we already know is that weird one with the wet edges. Build up. So if I go... even my lightest one on that one, it won't let me have like the... No, see, it won't let me have the... Okay, yeah, so that's the build up. I might keep that one then. I don't know what protect texture does either. Protect the texture, I'm guessing. I don't know. Right, I'm just going to change this angle a little bit more, because if this was a real brush, right, I'd probably have it. I like angle brushes, so let's try 60. Yeah, there we go. And where we're looking right now is over here at this. So I've changed this from like a circle to an oval. I'm going to look at 25 for a second. Let's have a look at that. I quite like that kind of softness to that, but that's not what I'm after right now. Yeah, so I probably should have saved that first one that I was doing, which is really annoying. Oops. 5. Oh no, that's hardness. Oh my god. This one here. 5. There we go. Oh my goodness. And roundness. 60. Angle. Over there. Oh, and over there, please. Kind of a 35. Get a little bit harder. We have a got the build up going on. I might, if I do that, do I have a, and that's a, no, not quite, not quite. So let's put this on a 70. There we go. And then, might try 7. Not 57, thank you. So if you do it that way, you should get a nice thin line, and then if you go that way, you get a nice wide line. If you go that way, you go that way. Alright, cool. And they've got just a touch of a soft edge going on. You can just see that if you look at the edges. So let's see what we're going to do. So for now, we'll go back to 100. Just make it round. Yeah. So let me just see that button. Add a 3rd layer. Right. So if I get rid of all of that for a second. Now, so what I'm thinking. Something that I draw quite a lot of is a stylized peony. and you'll see what I mean by stylized, because if you've ever seen a peony, they don't look anything like this. See, I've got to get all my folds in, and then we'll do that big one there, make sure we get that shape in there, and then that, like that. Okay, and we'll do a few like rounds. Obviously I won't be doing it this size on the brain, right, but that kind of thing. And then one more, good luck. Obviously as you're going out, your petals are getting larger. So we kind of, now obviously I've not done this on here before, so this is going to be interesting. And then what I'm going to do is add some little lines around here, and what I'm doing is I'm just creating some of those extra folds, and then maybe on here we're going to have a petal going in with just there, maybe just there, you know, so you're starting to add that kind of dimension. And then maybe what we actually want is a split just here, and then we'll get rid of that line just there, like that. And it's just, you know, it's just you starting to add that dimension. And the thing is with a lot of these as well, if we round these off, because the way these work is that actually the petals are turning inwards, not outwards. So we've got rounder petals here covering each other because they are facing that way, like that. So you kind of add that so you know where you're going, and that's going to be kind of facing, so you kind of want to make sure that you've got your rounder edges there, and then these ones are starting to unfurl, so you've kind of got your rounder edges there, kind of going there, you know. You start off with something very basic and you kind of build up where you're going with it, and then as you get outwards, obviously these ones will have all opened. That was just a random, so I'm just kind of round that off there, like that. And it's just a case of checking your lines and where you're going with your lines, and just slowly, as if you are a flower, opening up your leaves, you know, opening up your petals, and just kind of making sure that as you're going out each layer, you kind of getting that extra bit of leaves going on and petals going on, so that you can tell what it is. Now obviously this is not a peony, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's not really anything. And then I like to make sure we've got our kind of petals in the middle here. You know, what flower would be complete without stamens and anthers and things? Do a little bit of a bit in there, and then we kind of, so then what we're going to do with that is we're going to start off. Now this is slightly different to what I'm used to, so you have to bear with me on this, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start off with this kind of dark red, right, and I'm just going to put it in the places where I think my shadows would fall. Right, so just kind of have some down here, And this is my process for pretty much all of my work. Now, I have been to art school. Okay, so let's just dispel some notions. Okay, what art school does not teach you, in all its hilarity, is how to actually do art. Right? When you go to art school, you're expected to know how to do art. Like, you have to know all that already. They teach you concepts and contextual and theories and the movements behind it and the history and the research and, you know, all this other stuff. But what they don't teach you is how to actually do art. So, although I have been to art school, I am self-taught. Is that one of those things where it's kind of, I am both. Especially when it comes to things like this, because as we all know, I haven't got a clue. So, I'm going to make it darker on the insides of these petals, because if you see the sun, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker here, and here. And then around your edges, remember where your edges overlay other petals, that will be darker as well. And then it'll be darker here, because these petals here have this slight overlap, and it'll be darker here because of this overlap, and then on this side of the line here. So you kind of have all of this darkness here. La, 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 la. A bit of a... Now that, if this was watercolour painting, right, you don't really start dark. You kind of start light and go dark. So I'm kind of doing things a little bit backwards, but it's kind of, let's say we're just having a play. We're seeing what we can do, seeing if I can figure out how to use it all, so that we can make a fairly understandable illustration. That's what we're going with. I want at the end of this to have the brain illustration make sense. Alright. I said I'd never do this. You know, just like, I was all like, no, digital art is not for me. And here we are. Obviously you can have shadows from these little foldovers. We'll worry about light sources and everything in a bit, right? For now we just kind of want to figure out some rough shadow areas. Alright. Nope, nearly forgot one. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick the next slightly lighter red that is on this palette. Now I really don't know how to do blending on this thing, and I do have the feeling that if I go over the dark with the light, it'll erase it rather than blending it. So I don't know. Let's have a look at brushes. Let us have a look at brushes. Oh, there we've got a wet media brush section. Oh, I don't know what any of those are. Paintbox wet blender. Yeah, general idea that at some point I'm probably gonna have to buy brushes. But here's my thing, it doesn't blend. You just kind of end up painting over it, and that it's not what I want. Oh, that's a big brush. Ah, see, that's more like it, even if it's an oils one. Still not quite. We're still not quite there. Let me try that at a... It's quite odd. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these. None of it's doing what I want it to do. Like, you're calling it a wet media, but it's not. Let's try special effects. Well, I don't know who Kyle is, but Kyle appears to have made quite. Oh my goodness! Appears to have made quite a lot of brushes. That's terrible. They're huge. They're all huge. Can we not have them in huge? Is that? What do they even do? Oh, it's leaves. Look at that. You can literally put leaves on the screen. Let's undo those. Undo, 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 undo. One more. Okay, I'm going to leave that oil painting one there for a minute. How have I just hurt myself? That's incredible. I've not done anything, I've hurt myself. So yeah, there's brushes. They're a bit weird. And they're a bit large. Let's try dry media brushes. Ultimate pencil. Let's try that one. Alright, and then let's try. See, and here's the thing. Where's the blending in that? Like, how do you blend that? I don't understand this at all. And this is why we're learning. Let's try this soft brush here. Okay, and then if I get the right, see, and then it goes over rather than mixing with it. And that's, I guess, why we're learning. It does seem to go from light to dark though, doesn't it? Like, I suppose if you go from, just try going from the dark, and then like, obviously that's far too much of a jump, but I don't know. I don't know. And you're not here to give me an opinion right now. So let's try that. Can we try? Alright, so let's just give it a try. We'll try this slightly softer edge. Again, just trying to figure out how it all works. That's what we're trying to do. Alright, and then kind of like that. And then if I go up here, kind of, I think it's such a different process doing it digitally. Like, it just doesn't do what I want it to do because I don't know how to make it do that, you know? It's such an odd thing. And it's not the it's not the program's fault, is it really? Like, it's very much on a me thing here because I'm pretty sure that if I looked, people have done watercolor style paintings on Photoshop. It's just gonna take a little while before I am one of those people. So I'm wondering then, if I am throwing myself in at the deep end, like, should I, instead of doing it this way, be doing it simpler? Like, should I be making it simpler for myself by doing something easier. It's not usually how I work, to be quite honest. But I don't know. I'm not good at doing things the easy way. When I learn how to do watercolors, my watercoloring is terrible, right? Like, it would not get prizes for being good watercolor. It's not done in any way like it should be done. My watercolor is done the way I want to do it and the way I want to experiment with watercolor. And I have been informed by people who know what they're talking about that my watercolor isn't great. Oh, look at that. Okay. And that's fine. I don't mind that my watercolor isn't great, because it makes me happy to do it. And that's kind of what matters, really, is that you're happy with how you do it, you know? I mean, it's useful as a professional artist if people actually want to buy stuff that I'm doing. That, you know, that makes a large difference. But generally, just want to get something a little bit lighter in the middle here. Oh, too light, too light. Oh well. Just get some really light in there, apparently. Alright, now I'll have to pull my shadows back in again. Yeah, do you know what would help? Where's the button? No, that's not the... It's on that one. That would help. That's what helps. We zoom in and we might actually be able to see what we're doing. And I'm also totally not wearing my computer glasses. So let me just change my glasses. So let's have a... Should we have a moment? Let's have a moment. Okay, hang on. Hi! Just in case you forgot what my face looks like, really. And so I could change my glasses. So... It's a learning process. We're having a learning process. It's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Some of you probably do know what you're doing. That's fine too. I look forward to the many, many comments when I get to post this up to Facebook. It's fine. It's like literally we've been here for an hour and I haven't done anything yet. Madness. Madness. Like... My tea has gone cold 97 million times right now. We'll get it. We'll get there. I think I'm almost tempted to simplify what I want to do. But like, this is what I'm saying about the allow yourself to think freely in the background. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Right, we're ready? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, dearie dearie me, I am going to add another layer. Please note I'm not getting rid of any of these, I am literally just changing them as we go. Let's put you over there for a minute. Okay, let's get down to the black. Let's go to this guy again, make him 5 again. Alright, check it. Oh, what did that do? Oh, look at that! Okay, I just discovered that the bottom button is erased. What does the top button do? We don't know yet. Oh, look at that. I am learning how to use my pen at the same time. Yay! Yay! Right, okay. So. Let's do something a little bit simpler. I've forgotten what shape it is. There we go. There's literally one over there. Alright. And then up like that. Alright. And then like that. Okay. 10 out of 10. If you guessed it was a Monstera. Okay. So we're just going to put in this rough idea of what we're doing. Yeah, that was amazing, Jazz. Well done. Getting it right now. Okay. Alright. Did you know the Monstera is also known as a cheese plant because it resembles cheese? Now, I don't know about you. I have eaten some cheeses in my time, including some Swiss holy cheeses, okay? And at no point in my cheese eating days, even with the holy cheeses, have I ever come across a cheese that looks like this, alright? Ever. I've never come across a green cheese either, to be quite frank. And I'm not talking like Stilton. It's a blue cheese. It's even called blue cheese. Let's move you that way a little bit. My drawing skills are just amazing. Like, don't you wish you could draw as well as me? I know you do, really. It's fine. It's fine. Right, and then we're going to do this new learning thing that we've got. We're going to erase some of these lines so we get those gaps that the Monstera is. Specifically Monstera deliciosa, hence me referring to it as the cheese plant because it is the only Monstera referred to as a cheese plant. Get some of these lines, tidy that up. Get rid of that one for now, I think. A little bit more rounded. Okay. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot one. Yeah, that's terrible. Let's get rid of that line there altogether. Just more like that, really. And then actually, what it does is it kind of tapers. It's so different, right? It is so different to drawing with a pencil. Now, generally, the inside stem of the Monstera. Excuse me, can I have my brush back, please? Thanks. Ugh. Let's do it. Why are you being like this? This is why I don't use the buttons on the fucking pen thing, you know. Oh, that's not doing anything. That brush. Woo! Yeah, that. Why is it not working now? Oh my god. What did I do? I broke it. I broke it. Oh, because it's still on the... Probably best to remember to change back to the pen. Hey, baby girl. Hang on, let me just... hang on. Hi! I am here. We're learning how to draw digitally today. It's not going great. But we're learning. I have basically learned that I'm not good at this. But I've got my graphics tablet. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's go back to the thing. Okay, so. Monstera deliciosa generally has a lighter stem than the rest of the plant. So we're going to choose a bit of a light green. That's a horrible shade of light green. What are we doing? Can we get some? Let's try that one. That's mildly better. Still a bit mint. We'll colour correct in a bit. It's a little bit cool. Needs to be on a warmer. It's fine, right. Obviously all these black lines will also be changed as I go along. Alright, so we're going to get that in there. So we roughly know where the centre is. Yeah, I still don't know how we're going to do this blending thing. It's going to be interesting. At least with the Monstera, less blending. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We're going to get this slightly yellowy shade. Now I am looking at my actual Monstera right now as a rough idea of what I'm doing. Very, very rough idea of what I'm doing. A bit more yellow on that, please. There we go. Kind of pointy. Like that. And it's slightly lighter on some of the points. Oh, yeah. It never occurred to me before that I cannot see the veins of the Monstera leaf through the leaf. So there we go, but it technically has some on the back that would be like here and here. And it's those little details that kind of make it more leafy. So I'm just going to add a couple because, well, because I can, right, okay? It's just, it's my picture. Just to kind of add a little bit more detail to it. Ow, 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 I need to change position. Okay, and then I'm just going to add this slightly lighter, slightly pointier one here as well. Just and yeah, the top as well. It's just got this slightly lighter edge to the leaves before we go in on the heavy dark green. And it is a heavy dark green. Does it go down there? Not really. Okay. That's like, yeah, just so we know, my plant is like not close to me. I don't really know what I'm doing. They're like making stuff up as I go along. Right, let's try this dark green. What do you think of that? That's not bad actually. A little bit darker. Where's your mother anyway? Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll add some softness in. go up to a, let's try 10. And a 10 is too big. Let's try a 7. I love the trying to figure it all out. Like I say, we've been here for over an hour. So far we have a tracing of a brain, a bad picture of a peony, and half a monstera. So we're doing great. Oh yeah, we got this. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I was going to do an evening one today, but I'm beginning to think that's probably not going to happen, you know, because we're going to be here doing this forever. Like, there is not a day where we will not be doing this. It's just, I don't understand how this comes so naturally to people. Just like, I suppose if you've grown up with it, like the young'uns, like my niece, Tabs, and people like that, I suppose for them it's a little bit more normal. But I didn't grow up with technology. Technology happened whilst I was growing up. It's a very odd position to be in, because how do you deal with that? I don't know. It's weird. I will put these lines back in again in a minute. They're there more to remind me than anything. Yay! Beautiful knobheads are back. Oh, and my sister. Boo. Well, I gathered that you beautiful knobheads were back when Tabitha said hi. That was the biggest giveaway. Not that... No, anyway, yeah. Do you want to see what we did while you were gone? I did that. I didn't get very far with that. It annoyed me. I couldn't make it do what I wanted it to do. But the brain layer is done. The main reason why we're doing all of this, that's there. So now I'm working out how to, I can't figure out how to do the kind of blending that I would, oh yeah, that's the point. It's not hidden, get on with it. How to make the kind of blending that I would do with watercolours. I can't make it do that. I don't know what I'm doing. So at some point I might have to watch a video. Like, it just doesn't blend. It kind of goes over the other colours rather than blending with them. It's so weird. It's weird. You have cake? What? I don't have cake. Why don't I have cake? Oh yeah, because it's snowing. On the plus side, right, no matter how dark it gets in my room right now, because you all can't see it. That's how that works. I just can't figure out how to... It's going to really annoy me. Like, I can colour in a leaf, right? Colouring in a leaf is fine. It's just like any colouring in. But even if I was using markers right now, I'd be able to blend. I just can't figure out how to make it do blending. It's just annoying. Oh, I've got a dog. I've got a dog. Ah, ah. Hi, dog. Come on. I shall move myself over here, shall I? You got 2 pieces of cake. Where is my piece of cake? Why do I not have cake? Oh, cake. That is true. I am not at your house. That is a correct statement. Yep. Oh, a really big fat black crow just landed on the, like, what's that thing called? Chimney. Chimney. On the house opposite me. Oh my god, as if I forgot what chimney was called. Kaylee, make it blend. Even if I do it really lightly, it's just not. It's just not. I don't understand. No. But thank you for trying. So just add in a touch of a highlight on the edges of these leaves. Because I've decided that that is where my light source is coming from. And light sources are important. It has like a couple of special preset brushes, and one of them is called oil paint, and that kind of blends, but not in the way that I want it to. I don't know. One of those things that I guess that it will figure it out as we go along. Just adding some bumps into the leaf where they would be. I'm like, what? Okay. Although you can't see what I'm doing with my hand right now, I'm doing some very light kind of sweepy strokes and then going over areas to just kind of build up the colour. If you remember, I'm going to actually see if ticking that build up box is going to make any difference whatsoever. So just kind of building up a little bit. If I was working with pencil. But there's a program that I used when I first got into the digital stuff, when I first got my tablet, called Paint Tool Sci. And I love Paint Tool Sci, right? I love it. It's like the best thing, and it was so intuitive, and I managed to get it to do like pencil stuff, and it was like, it was beautiful. But I've stopped paying the license on it, and I have regrets, total regrets. And once I'm finished with uni, I might cancel my license on this and redo the license on that. I mean, it's kind of starting to look like a leaf-ish. Kinda. Doesn't not look like a leaf. That's pretty much all I can ask for, is for it to, you know, roughly resemble what it is I'm trying to do. In a roughly resembling kind of way. If at the end of this I have something that looks vaguely like something, that would be fine. It is really odd though, is the way that Photoshop gives you this kind of very pixely background, and I don't really know how to change that, and I kind of find it a little bit off-putting. Like with Illustrator, you don't get that, but then I've not figured out how to do freeform images on Illustrator yet. I don't even know if you can. I don't even know if it's designed for that, or if it's literally just designed for making logos, you know. But I mean, I have the full Creative Cloud subscription, so if there's a better program for doing what I want it to do, do feel free to tell me. And I will appreciate that information. Hopefully my sister is sat in front of her laptop right now, trying to figure out what books she should be looking at, since she has got to write her dissertation. Does everybody remember when I had to do that last year? You're not? Why are you not? Are you sat on the sofa playing on games on your phone, eating chocolate? If you are, I am very jealous. What am I having for dinner tonight? It's Wednesday. I've got to fend for myself tonight. Where's my light switch? I'm just turning my light on, mate. Is she eating crisps listening to me? That's, yeah, I mean, I can't fault that really. You've paid for this content by being on Amazon Prime. Congratulations. You've paid for me to not have a clue. Oh, hot chocolate. Oh, I want a hot chocolate. Somebody make my brother come home before he goes to his hobby and make me a hot chocolate. He makes the best hot chocolate. I make the worst hot chocolate. Kayla makes okay hot chocolate with all of the things. And now I want a hot chocolate. I'm not sure I can even reach the hot chocolate in the cupboard. Yeah, with all of the good stuff. I might, like, when I do the shopping, Sainsbury's finally has the vegan whipped cream in. Right, I might go around the corner and see if Devi wants to make me one. Not now, because, you know, she shuts in 3 minutes, but... See, and this is what I mean, like, I suppose the plus side of it going over things rather than blending is that I randomly did the outline in black for reasons known only to my brain. I wouldn't even do that in my sketchbook. So, you know, at least that's... Although that kind of would be useful in some ways, because I need some of these edges to be darker. I've got to darken some of these up. I don't know. Okay. Come round and cook me dinner. Oh, I think I might have a vegetarian lasagna in the freezer. I might try and remember to eat that at some point. I actually don't know if he's going drifting or not because of the snow. Oh, that was a stupid mistake. There we go. Only if I do your pots. Yeah, I'll do your pots on Saturday after I've been to the cinema. Will that do? To save them all. Ah, no, see, if you could save them all until Saturday, just use paper plates between now and Saturday, and then I'll come round on Saturday. I'll stop in at the bakery for a bite to eat, and then I'll do your pots. Oh, and cake! Why would you tell me that? Why just... you know you cannot tell me when you have cake. It's allowed. You could be like, let's not tell Jazz that we have cake because Jazz will be sad that they also do not have cake. I don't even know if I've got anything for dessert, in fact. I think I've still got a little bit of chocolate bar left. And some blueberries. No, you're mean. Why do I like you? Go with the lighter one. In fact, do I like you? This is today's question. Do I like my sister? I must like her a little bit. What? Okay. Just people. Other people going live on Twitch. How actually dare they? I do. At least if I do a raid at the end of this, I can actually answer the what have you been doing question. Like, what have you been doing today? Failing to figure out Photoshop. That's what I've been doing today. Absolutely just I can't even. Ah! There we go. Right, and then do this edge here with some light strokes. And this edge here with some light strokes. And this edge here. So I'm just going to do all that, these four facing edges on this side. Just kind of. See, I know how it should work. Which is nice. Like, yep, yeah, I know how it should work, yep. Alright, and then I'm just gonna grab this colour so that I can make a slightly darker version of it. How's that? Yeah. And then all we're going to do is take this darker version and do these kind of back edges on front, whatever, front back edges, these edges, the ones that would not be catching the light as much, and also just kind of where the light is catching it, just putting that little bit of a shadow behind it as well kind of helps. I mean, it helps even better if you can do it properly, but we don't know what we're doing, so it's fine. Just like little light strokes I'm doing at the minute, and I'm going to make it darker at the bottom of this kind of mound, I guess, fold in the leaf, and just darker down these edges here. I want cake now. Oh my god, what have you done to me? Shh, you. Jake's gonna have opinions because cars are pulling up outside, because people are getting back from picking up their small things. Like Kaylee just did. All the small things will be excited because there's white stuff falling out of the sky. Was that my door? Or was that next door's door? Mm. 1 minute! Bear with me, guys. Hang on, JJ. Yeah, I know. Not in you. Post for people that's not even me. Alright, I'm back. It turns out it was in fact my door, but it was post for next door, so less exciting than it could have been. No, I never send them post anymore. I want post. Kaylee, send me post. No, actually, no, don't, because you'll just send a letter that just says you smell. It's just like... all out of breath now. And this is why I want the computer moving downstairs. See, I know. I know what you like. Why are you sending me photos? Is that photos of cake? Because honestly, if it's photos of cake, I'm not looking. This might be the scruffiest monstera I have ever drawn. Okay, I'm gonna look, but if it's cake, I'm gonna be sad. Oh, you're such a knobhead. It's hot chocolate and cake. Oh my god. Knobhead. Just mean. Actually just mean. Here's me, sat here all by my little self. I've been streaming for over an hour. I still don't know what I'm doing. It's going great, I feel. So what I've learned so far is that I'm okay at tracing-ish, but not great. And that it's gonna take me a lot longer than one stream to figure out what I'm doing. That's what I'm learning, right? It's a process, man. The first piece of watercolor I did, I was really happy with it, and I was like, oh my god, look at this amazing piece of watercolor. Not so much with this. I'm thinning down this kind of leaves and veins. So I've made them quite thick to start with because I'm learning. And now I'm just thinning them down because, you know, monsteras are not made of giant lines. Trying to add a little bit of shading, even though I don't know what I'm doing. My poor postman had like snow in his beard. It's like, oh. I haven't even put my royalty-free music on today or anything. Slacking. Just my beautiful voice and the noise of my computer. And it doesn't like Photoshop. It keeps telling me I don't have all the right stuff to do Photoshop properly. It does enough. Like, I'm going to ignore that email. I'm sure this totally goes towards my digital classwork. Like, and I might add it on my website as the worst monstera I have ever made. Just like, I mean, you can tell what it's meant to be, so that's a thing. Like, it would be really bad if I was drawing a monstera and it kind of looked like this guy over here. At least it looks like one. And I know it does because I'm looking at one, so. Just, you know, we're making it up as we go along. Trying to get a little bit of depth into this highlight. And try and make it look less like it's just slapped on there. I mean, it is just slapped on there, but you know what I mean. Just taking it down a tone or two. Ah, damn the spam calls. Did they hang up on you? There's a lady I've been watching with the American spam calls that does that whole kind of, you know, Frank's Road Grill, you kill 'em, we grill 'em kind of thing. I like her. You should do that. You should totally answer the phone with that. Only if you know it's spam though, okay? Or dad. Okay, so if you're very light, you can kind of add a bit to it to make it look less in your face, I guess. And then use a heavier pressure to get the lines in. So I suppose it's not just learning Photoshop either, I'm learning how to use the graphics tablet, which is very different to the mouse, because the mouse only does like solid lines. And you can do gradients and stuff with the mouse, but you can't really. Okay, so with the graphics tablet that I've got, it has different pressure sensitivities built into it. So let me just do that 1 second and hide that. Right, so let me get this black and change this. We're going to make it not be quite so big, so let's go 20. That's right. So if I use a full pressure brush like on my tablet with this, okay, it comes out as this hard line, right? Now if I do the same thing but put hardly any pressure on the pen, I'll get this very thin. And then if I do these sweeping motions that I've been doing, you kind of, and because I've got the build up button ticked as well, now if I then add some softness to that, when I'm doing that, you'll notice that it's got almost a kind of edge to it. So again, when I'm then doing these soft strokes that I've been doing, and then as I'm building up, you'll see it's building up the color and getting darker. So it's just kind of, and you can kind of get a mid stroke. And it's just kind of like, so I can go from this to kind of like that, just by using the pressure on the actual tablet. So if you were using a pencil, it would be the difference between doing a very soft line to a very hard line. Only with this one, because it's a brush, you're basically splaying out the edges of your brush. You see? But what I wanted it to do, and what it won't do, is blend when I use another colour. And instead it's just laying it straight over the top. So I'm trying to do it by adding these tiny little strokes to kind of add shading. To get the effect of blending. And there is like there's this section here. I've got this one as well. Look, I like a nice soft brush here as well. But like, there's this section here, which has all these different brushes. So it's got like dry media. So it's saying that this is a pencil. All right. So again, there's nice light strokes, and then you're kind of building up on it. Let's do it in black, Jazz. This makes more sense. So you get these nice light strokes, and then you're building up as you go over it. So that's saying that's a pencil. I don't know what this one's meant to be. Weird. It's weird. Yeah. Like a pencil on like a textured paper. Then apparently this one's charcoal. Yeah. Kind of. But then how would you soften that? And that's the thing. I want to be able to, like, if I'm using charcoal, I would then go over these edges and soften them out. And it's got wet media brushes, which are hilarious. I'll show you the wet media brushes. Alright, so let me just... No, I've lost it. Oh, we could just do this. Yeah. I cannot be bothered to set up a new layer. Alright. And then go back to brush. So wet media brushes. Let's see what we've got, because you know I do like to have a laugh every now and then. So it's saying that this is an inking brush. Alright. It kind of looks just like a normal brush. Classic cartoon brush, apparently. Yeah, about that. And like, whereas before I could do very light lines, with this light pressure on this one, I really can't. I'm struggling. Wet blender. It's not though, is it? Kind of, I guess. It's like smudging it, but also it's kind of erasing it at the same time. A bit weird. It blend this. No, see, it doesn't really blend. It just kind of. That's how I imagine an alcohol blender works. Kyle's Real Oils. Now these ones, I have found that these oil paints do have a blend to them. It does seem to kind of pick up on the colour just randomly. Yeah, but it's still, like, I'm used to watercolours. So it is kind of blending. So maybe it might be worth me trying to figure out how to use these oil ones. But I haven't yet figured out how we change the sizes on these. I did try earlier, but it wouldn't let me. I can just like random like, and I shall call this art. That guy managed to make sculptures with air. I'm pretty sure this counts as art. But that does kind of look like, I mean, it doesn't have brush strokes, really. But it does kind of look ish. And then this one's just weird. This is meant to be a blender. It just kind of like... How is this a blender? That one's just weird. It just kind of... There you go, I've blended everything to white now. Yeah, there's a weird one. Alright, and then if we blender was so weird. Like, how was that a blender? And where's the alcohol brush setting and the watercolor? There doesn't seem to be a watercolor brush. This is the thing. If I have to download brushes for it, it's going to cost money, and I don't have any of that. It's not stopped here. Right, and then we've got special effects brushes. This is a spatter brush. Yep, there you go. It kind of spatters. As if you were flicking paint, I guess. This is another type of spatter brush. Just kind of does the same thing, but it changes the size of the brush every time. And then this is a smaller spatter brush. So yeah, we can get a spatter going on. Yeah, we should add some colour to our spatter. Let's go a little bit magenta. Right. Did you know magenta is not actually a colour? No word. There you go. We've that's art. I'm just going to print that out. Call it done. The full splatter. Yes. Okay, and then we'll like, because you know we've got to go with the opposites attract kind of thing. Yeah. Yep, calling it art. Like, done. What else we got? Concept brush. Okay. Nothing's happening on the concept brush, so that's cool. Interesting. Why are these not working? I don't know what this is meant to do. Now this concept brush seems to just get rid of everything. So what was this one? Wait. This is weird. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh no, I did this one earlier. This one's quite cool. I like this one. Can we make it bigger? I mean, there we go. It draws leaves. Leaves on the screen. Leaves. Leaves on the screen. You get a leafy imprint. Do you want leaves? Anybody want some leaves? Just some leaves. Here, have some leaves. Leaves. Leaves on your screen. Not very clear once you get to many of them. Let's go back to black a second. Right, ready? Leaves. Yes, a beautiful leafy mess. Screen tones. Oh yeah, that's literally a screen tone. For people who do comic books. Different screen tone. That's quite cool. Makes some cool patterns. I like things that make cool patterns. And that's that. So that's like the brushes. And then general brushes, which is just what we've been using. Yeah, so yeah. Could not use, oh yeah, no, I forgot to do the thing again. There we go. it gets well perturbed if you try to. So I'm gonna try this one. Let's try this one. But like, what I need is some kind of like actual blender. I need to do some homework. That's what I need to do. It just kind of get my homework on and find out how this all actually works. But for now, let's just take down the glaringness of these veiny veins. Jake's having an opinion, I do apologise. The useful thing about doing florals and plants is that they're never perfect. So it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And I'm gonna tell myself that until the day I am no longer living. Just... art is about having fun. And I'm definitely like enjoying the process of learning. I do always enjoy the process of learning. What I'm going to do, actually, for shiggles, is erase these for a second. Okay, let's undo that because I did not mean to erase that bit. Thank you. Let me brush back for a second. There's just a couple of things I just want to touch up down here. Okay, and do that. I'm just going to go over that a little bit. So, I don't know, you can kind of achieve almost a blended look, but it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be as easy as watercolours was, I don't think. It's like, I found the watercolour a lot easier to learn. I just did. I can make bobbin lace, but I can't figure out how to do this. It's great. Different skills, man. Different skills. I'm just gonna add a little bit at the end here to show that kind of indent. I don't want to. Not on this one. I'll do it in a second. Hang on. I'm gonna do something fun and interesting. Did it do that? Is it doing that? It's not doing that. Can you do the thing that I'm asking you to do? There we go. Oh my god, it's tiny. Look at it, a tiny little thing. Alright. Hang on one sec. Oh, my sock is coming off. I'm wearing socks, that's how not warm it is today. Okay. Alright. Do you know what? That's not horrendous. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, let me show you my face. Hi, it's my face. I had to change the screen first. Hang on. Right, are you ready for the tiny... I didn't check my size when I was making it. Alright. You ready? Look at it! You can see the highlights and everything. I don't hate it. I don't hate that at all. That's not bad. This looks like... No, from over here it looks like a real leaf. Alright, it's tiny. It's a tiny little leaf. I'm quite happy with that. That's adorable. I might at some point see if I can make that so that it's less tiny. Save as Monstera. And we're going to save that in DigiGraphics. Where's my rocket stuff in there? Oh well, never mind. Save. Turning off. No. I'm not turning anything off. Just save it. Not allowed. Actually, to be fair, if you did it, I think what I might do is give people the choice of whether I'm gonna do that digitally or whether I'm gonna do that properly. Like how I said, I don't mean that digital is not proper. I don't mean that. I just mean for me, personally. But yeah, that's fine. I will doodle for you. Might not. I mean, I'll even do it on stream. Oh, that's fair. Can you not redeem all three at once though? Like today, we're going to have a 5-hour stream whilst I do some drawing. Yeah, I was so used to talking to my sister on my phone. I've got the chat down there, and I was talking to my sister on my phone, and that wasn't helpful, was it really? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we got a long way to go. There's going to be a fair few more streams like this, I reckon. Because I have a lot of learning to do. A lot of learning. But it's quite... I mean, that took me 2 hours. And that would take me about 15 minutes with pen if I was doing it properly. So I'm hoping that as I learn, we'll get faster. And obviously we have the brain. We like the brain. I'll work on the brain. And that's why we're learning all these leaves and things, is so that we can add them to the brain. I've saved all the layers as well, so that's cool. So I can close that. That's fine. But it's fun. It's interesting. Definitely interesting. Definitely going to be a long, long journey. I'm ignoring that you've said that. Can you tell? But it's been 2 hours of me sitting in a stupid position. So I'm going to call it for now. I should be back later. I don't know yet. Well, it depends. My shoulders are killing me. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do later. Talk about art. That's all we do here is talk about art. So hopefully that was educational, amusing, something. I hope you got something from that. We might be doing Kaylee's doodles. I'll make sure I've got a pen and paper ready just in case you want those done physically. But yeah, hopefully we'll be back around 7-ish. That gives me enough time to cook some food, or at least watch some YouTube or something, and put my normal glasses back on. That's that. So yeah, hopefully digital. I hate you so much. Why would you be like that? And with all the love in the world, that is enough for today. I hope it was something educational, and I will. Well, all for today. It's all for now. I'll see you all again in a bit. All right, I'll see you all later. No. It's a doodle. You want proper work? It's a whole lot more points. Alright, I love you Tabitha, I love you Kay, and I will see you all later. Bye.